This
Okay, good
conference will
morning,
now be
everyone.
recorded.
Please switch off your mic until if you have any doubts or you need anything, you can switch on your mic and you can say it. Okay, right. So I'm going to share that my screen, and people please say that whether it is visible to you all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah, okay, right. So here today we are going to see about that Android Studio, okay, which is an application which is built in for an offline work and all. So last previous classes you have seen about that MIT app inverter, right? So in this class we are going to see about this how we are going to download and install the Android Studio, and what are the basic things you can see it in that Android Studio. Okay, what are the things you can work it on that Android Studio, right? So these are the things we are going to see on this, right? Okay, so first, what are the contents we have in this Android Studio? In this presentation we are going to see it here. Okay, so we need to know about what is application fundamentals, how it is being separated, and how to create a new project in that particular Android Studio, how we can build a simple interface, right? And how we are going to run your application. These are the things we are going to see it in this presentation. Okay, so here first, what is application, right? So in that normally in Android Studio we can write this application as in a
Good
written
evening,
in
sir.
any form of languages like C, C++, Java, and Kotlin that you have already seen in the previous classes, right? So here this also we are going to do it in this Android Studio also. Okay, so applications we are going to write in C or C++ or Java or Kotlin, whatever the language you know, you can write it there, right? So here we have that software development kit. Okay, so that to develop that particular software, and it will compile all your codes into an APK file, that is application package file. Okay, so that will be taken to any platform, you can install there and you can work it on that. Okay, so like that it is going to do it. Okay, so what's special in this is this one. Okay, so you develop like an APK and it will place it in any platform, right? So even you want to use it in Android phone, you can use this application, and you can use the same application in your Mac OS, right? So Apple iPhone, right? So you all know about that Zomato or Swiggy, like that, right? So those applications are can be used in your Android, normal Android phones, as well as your Apple iPhone and all, right? So how it is possible? They have built like a creating an APK file, and that will be placed it in your Play Store, and you can download it wherever, whichever component you need. Okay, and this application component have divided into 4 parts. Okay, so this component has the activity as the first one, and second one is service, and third one is broadcast receiver, and fourth one is content providers. Okay, so what is this activity? Whatever the user interact with this application, we call that as an activity. Okay, for example, you are using an Swiggy app, right? So in that Swiggy app you are having an you have to log in by using your user ID and your password, and you have to give login, right? So that interaction makes as an activity. Okay, so after you enter, again you open it will open another page, right? So that will shows you the list of restaurants, right? So you can select any one restaurant, right? So like that, here you are going to interact that I'm picking this restaurant, you are going to click that, right? So that is called as an activity. Okay, next one, service. Whatever you are going to process in background without user interaction. Okay, that means you are playing a song, right? So the song will be played till the end, right? So without interaction of your user, right? So until the user needs to stop the song, the song will play in background itself, right? So உங்களோட in your play store you can see that, right? So that will be called as a service, right? So without user interaction, your application is running background, that will called as a service. Okay. And third one is broadcast receiver. Okay, so this broadcast receiver is to send a message or pass a message from one activity to another activity, or passing the messages from one application to another application, or giving the messages to the particular user, right? That we call as a broadcast receiver. You can experience that in your phone, right? So when you are going to play some game in your phone, you might get a call, right? So the call will be noticed in the top of your phone, right? So you can able to see that, right? So this we called as an broadcast receiver, which means it will notify the messages it is necessary to read by the user immediately. Okay, so that will be shown. Even WhatsApp messages whatever received, that will be notified in your top of the screen, right? That's also comes in the broadcast receiver. And you are going to pass any messages, right? That's that means you are going to enter into the Swiggy app with your login ID as your Gmail, right? So that will be messages will be sent from the Swiggy to your Gmail, right? So that also comes into the broadcast receiver, right? Fourth one is content providers. What is that content provider mean? Here you are going to store a particular data, and you are going to access the particular data in your system, right? So the system has the ability to provide that particular data whether the person is authorized one or not. Okay, so even you have an Google Pay app, you can't able to get the amount, you can't able to transfer the amount then and there, right? You have some pin number, as well as you have some pattern verification and all, right? So this is what we for, it is to give security for the particular data, right? So likewise, whatever the application you are going to use, you are going to download it from Play Store, it asks the some content, right? So whether you have to allow the camera or not allow, like that you can see that, right? So that will be comes in this content provider, right? So you all able to know about what is app fundamental? Yes. Okay, the next one, any doors, if you like to share, you can share it. Okay. Okay, so now how to create a particular new project. Before enter into that Android Studio, I want to show you the how to install the Android app in your system. And before enter into that, you have to know that your laptop or your local PC should have 8 GB RAM as a minimum requirement to install your Android Studio and to run the Android Studio application. Okay, so that's important. So in my system, it has only the minimum amount. So I have just show you how to install and what are the things it will have. Okay, so normally you can see this screen, right? So in your Google Chrome, you can try that Android Studio download. In the first itself, first link itself, you can see this developer.android.com, right? So in that you can click this, it will show you the latest version of Android Studio. Okay, so here you can see this version, okay, 4.2.1 Android Studio, right? So in this it can shows you that for Windows or for Mac OS, for Linux, like that. Okay, so normally I'm having Windows, so I'm going to show you this Windows, right? So it is 64-bit window laptop I'm having, so it will show it like, and how much memory it occupies, it will show you here. 933 MB, right? So before enter into download this, make sure that you have the network connectivity and you have that GB 2 GB or 3 GB you have for a day. Okay, so it will download. Okay, so once you click this download Android Studio, it automatically stores where you want. Okay, so here you can see this I downloaded here. Okay,
Hello,
so
sir.
it will shows you, yes, it will
It will
shows you
support
these.
Windows 7, 7
Okay,
also. Windows
so
7
it
also
you
it
need
supports.
this Windows 10 so that it will be easy for you.
So I'm
Okay,
having Windows
and
7.
we will see that it won't download, or else it will download, it won't execute when you are trying to do some process. Okay, so if you are going to create an application, it will show you that errors, right? So Windows 10 is recommended, so you have to use that Windows 10. And here you can see this login, you can see this link .exe file. Okay, so in this .exe file, if you click that, it will automatically download it, or it automatically install it, and it will ask you that certain parts. Okay, so here you can see this please wait while setup is loading, and it will show you the installer and all. Okay, and it will ask you, I have already downloaded, so whether it asks that it is to continue or not, so I give that cancel and all. Okay, it automatically give next, give finish, it will automatically install it in your local disk C. Okay, so you can see this local disk C. So here I have mentioned here, so automatically it have that Android. In that Android, you can Android Studio, within that you can have all these things. Okay, so once you downloaded it, and you can open that. Okay, so here I'm having Android Studio, within that icon as Android Studio with this icon. Okay, so if you double click, it will automatically open this Android Studio like here. Since I'm having 4 or 5 GB RAM, it will load very slowly. Okay, so when you are going, it is, if it is an 8 GB RAM, it will install all the files you needed, and it will be execute in proper manner. Okay, so please bear with me, I'm having only 4 GB RAM, so I have already opened it for you to don't waste the time for opening the file and all. Okay, right. So once you open that particular file, it will automatically ask this. Okay, I can show the PPT here. Right, so in that welcome studio, it will ask you the create a new project. Okay, or else you have already having that existing project, or you have already APK files and all that you can import it here. Okay, so here I need to create a new project, I can click this new project. Okay, so once, or else I need a new project, I have already opened this hello world 2, so what I'm going to need, that I want to open a new file. Okay, so here I can click this file new. Okay, one second. So it will ask this template. Okay, so if I click the new project, first thing it asks the project template. Whether you don't have any activity, then you can choose this no activity. Okay, so what type of application you are going to develop, that is first you think you have to know it, right? So I want to develop the application for phone or tablet, then I can choose it here. Okay, all able to see here this phone and tablet, right? So this will show you what type of applications you can do it in your phone and tablet, right? So that you can select it here, and in that you can see this no activity or basic activity or bottom navigation activity, right? So like that you want to navigate only in this bottom side only, then you can see it, right? So or else you want to create a new activity, then you can choose this empty activity. Okay, or else I'm going to create an application for like Google Map, right? Then you can select this map activity. Okay, so here you can see it, and I don't want to use this for application for phone, I want to use it for Android TV like that. So you can choose it here, and you can give select this application, like select this activity like this. Okay, so what type of interaction you are going to do with your user, right? So that thing you have to choose based according to your activity. Okay, so once you choose this, I have selected the empty activity and I am giving that name, right? So once I have chosen, I can see this name, right? So what type of application name I'm going to place it there, right? So that you can give it here. So here I have given that as my application, and once you given this, it automatically changes in your package name and your save location. Okay, so it will located in your C, right? I have already shown you, right? So that Android Studio, that will in that part it will store you as an it create a new folder, and it will store that particular application whatever you have written in the codes. Okay, and you can select the language, what type of language you want to write it your Android application. Okay, so either you want to select the Java or Kotlin or C++ like that. Okay, and how much the SDK, you minimum SDK you needed to install it. Okay, like means which Android version, starting from which Android version your application can exist, right? So I have given here as Android 4.1, right? So that means most of the person, right, 99.8% of the devices will work it here. Okay, that will show you here, right? And once you click finish, then automatically it will open you the file, right? Okay, so here you can see this so here I have opened this particular application. Okay, so here you can see the tabs and all. In that menu bar you can see the file, edit, view, navigate, and code, analyze, refactor. Okay, build, run, tools, and VCS, Windows Help, right? So in that file you can see how you want to save you want to create a new project, you can create it there, or else you can open a new open that existing project, you can open there, right? Or else I want to do some other things like creating an APK files like that, it will automatically open. Okay, so right here I want to close that particular project, you can close that. Okay, whether you can able to see this in your screen, right? Okay, so here you can see all these things. I want to export this project to some other file. I can do it here. Okay, or else I want to get the Gradle files. Okay, that Gradle is to create a particular application, right? So these are the things you can. I want, if any tab I didn't get it here, I can get it from the view tools window, right? So here I can see this project. What are the project I am having, project content I am having, that you can see it here. Okay, um, let I will show you that project tab. Okay, so that will be shown in the top left of your application. Okay, so here you can see this, right? So in that application you can see this manifest, okay, and Java and resource. Okay, so in that Java you can have that file codings, right? So in that resources you can see this layouts, values, whatever the value you are going to give, that will be stored in the values folder. And what are the layouts you can have, you can create it here, right? And the layout is nothing but I want to see the phone in portrait mode or landscape mode. There you can have some scrolling type, right? So I want to scroll from top to bottom only, or else I want to scroll from in horizontal manner, or else I want to show it in grid manner, right? So in that you can see that in gallery, right? You can see that folders in grid view. That means in the top left you can see that picture, and the next one you can see the music, and the next one you can see that videos like that. Okay, right? So these are the things you can see it here. And the next one, here you can see this left corner, right corner, you can see this code. Okay, and you can see this split mode. And 1 second, split mode, as well as next one you can see that as design mode. Okay, so in that design mode you can say I have clicked this design mode itself. Okay, in case I click this split mode, it automatically show you the code as well as your design pattern. Okay, so here I have selected the design code to show you what are the tabs you have. Okay, so here in the left top you can see this palette box. Okay, palette tab. In that you can see the what are the things you can see, that is a common one, that is text view, that you can see it as label, right? So in your MIT app inverter you can see that label, right? The same thing you are here, you have name is changed. Okay, that text view. So once you click this text view, and you can drop it here, you can see it here, right? So I have clicked this text view, right? So here in that right side it shows you the attributes of the text view, that means label, right? In that it shows you the ID. Okay, so in case I want to give the label as for username. Okay, so I can give that as username text view. Okay, so like that I can create it here. Okay, so once I have created this, it will ask you the refractor whether this ID have to change it from this ID to another ID, like that. So once it asks, you can give this refractor. Okay, so it will change it in your ID, and I want to give any label name as username, that you can type it here in text user name. And students, please understand the difference between ID and text. ID is to identify by the developer or else the program. Okay, and the text is to show you to the user what the label is. Okay, so it will display the text whatever you have typed it there. Okay, so in your output screen it will show you only the username. Okay, so it won't show you the ID as username text. Got it? So here, once in this Android Studio, I can place this label, okay, where I want. Okay, and the phone or tablet maybe sizes will be differ, right? So when you are going to change the size, it won't changes this position, right? So for that, I'm going to have this four, you can able to see these four dots, right? So it will give you the flexible to the particular label. Okay, so here I'm going to select and place it here. Okay, so I have connecting this text view from top to bottom as well as left to right. So I have placed it in the center. In case I want to place this text view in this part, then it automatically moves here, right? So irrespective of any size, it will move. Okay, so that will show you here in the layout. Okay, so in that layout you can say that this part will be place it here. Okay, so like that. And the next one is button. You all know about what is button, right? So again I'm going to place it here. So here again I can see this ID, button ID, as well as text, right? So here I want to give that as a speech. Okay, sorry, speech button. We can place that as speech button, and the text you can say that as speech. Okay, and now I want to place this button with respect to your label. Then I can select this box with this one. It is meant to flexible of your application irrespective of your size, right? So here, so it will place the position. So in that above label, I'm going to in that above label I'm having some text view. After that I'm having the button. Okay, so it won't change irrespective of any size of your mobile phone. Okay, as the end user. Okay, and I want to have some images, I can place it here. Okay, so that I can do it through image view. Okay, or else I need to scroll that particular application, like Zomato or Swiggy app. I will scroll that the list of restaurants, right? So I want to do that, I can use it here, scroll view. Okay, the next one is text. Okay, so in this text I can have that types of text, right? So normal label, whatever you want you can write it, that you can place it in the text view. Okay, or else I need a plain text box, right? So that you can use it in the plain text. Okay, so here I can place this text box. And please remember this. Okay, uh, here in that white screen it shows you the output of your screen application. Okay, and this dark blue screen as to show you the positions and background of your application. Okay, what it is doing. Okay, so in the text box you can give that as text as empty. Okay, so normal text box you can give that as edit text, text person name, or else you can give that as edit text username. So in case I want to change, that will be comes into the refactor. In case I'm going to enter that pin number like that, I need that as a password. Okay, so that in that case I can choose this password numeric. Okay, or else I need to enter that irrespective of numeric, I need that alphanumeric values. Then I can give that as a password that you can choose through this password tab. Okay, people, you all able to see this? Yes. Okay, so I need to place it here, that as a password. Okay, 1 second. Right, so here you can give that as a in a text as an input type. Here you can see this one more thing as input type as text password. Okay, so the text means anything, you can type it a to z, as well as you can type it any special characters, or else you can give any numbers, right? James Bond at 007 like that, or else whatever that is, right? So you want to type it that as a text box, you can write it that as a text password, right? In case I want to enter the particular text as email, that content is in email part, then you can choose it in text box as email, or else I need to enter only the phone numbers, then you can choose this phone, right? Or else I need date, time, like that, you can choose it from this text category. Okay, the next one is button type. Okay, so in this button type, either I can choose the plain button like this. Okay, or else I want to click that image, that image should act as an button like that. You want, you can do it here. Okay, so in that you can give that as one thing. And checkbox, radio button, these all comes in the categories of button uh, palette. Okay, and then layouts. Okay, here the layout is to combining your all the screen, right? So whatever you have write it, whatever the thing you have place it here, right? So that will have certain make as a group. Okay, so normally we call each text view as well as text box as well as button consider as a each one as a view. Okay, that means what you are going to write it or what are the things you are going to see it, right? That will be called as a view, and we combine all these into a one module or else one unit, then we called as a view group. Okay, that means we are grouping all these things. Okay, so in that what it relates. Okay, so I'm going to give username and password and I'm going to log in, right? So here, based on the username and password only, I'm going to act, right? So whether it is authorized one, it will go to the next page, otherwise it won't go, right? So like that I want to give, that will comes into the constraint layout. Okay, so constraint means condition. Based on the condition itself, I'm going to use it this activity. Okay, or else I don't have anything, I want to display only in the linear manner, like horizontal part or vertical part, right? So that will comes into the linear layout, right? So in your Google you can see whatever you can type, you can scroll from the top to bottom, right? So like that you can give that layout we called as linear layout. Okay, so these are the things you can see it here. In case I want to add any map or else add, normally you can see some of the ads you can display it in your application, right? So that comes into the add view. Okay, or else I want to show you some map. Okay, in that location where it is there, that you can see it in the map view, right? So these are the things you can see it. Okay, and any doubts on this, how to place it here and what are the things you can do it here. Okay, so these are the things you can see it in the Android Studio. Okay, in the design part itself. Got it? Now you can see this main activity.java, right? There you can have that codings. Okay, so whatever the things you have created in that particular activity, normally the activity consists of two parts. One is activity main, that means first two activity, that means you can create .xml. Okay, that is to designing your front view, front end. Okay, so you can have the text box, text, label, buttons and all, right? And how it is going to interact with your user, you have to write some coding, right? So that will comes into the part as .java extension file. Okay, so here I have that .java. So here you can type the code whatever you want. So for example, I want to add username. Okay, so I want to check the username is right one or not, right? So then you have to type it here. Okay, within that class on create, or else after that you want to check it there, you can check here. So here I'm giving that as text. I create a variable text equal to sorry, so here what's the specialty in this, whatever you are going to type, it automatically show pop up the some of the functions or some of the variables you have here, you can see it here. Okay, and here when you are going to access that, you need ID, right? So edit text username. 1 second, I have some problem in this. Okay, since it's a very low memory part, it won't access here. Okay, so please bear with us. You can type some codings and then next class. Okay, and here after typing your coding part in this main activity, you can see it here, build, right? So can you all able to see this build part? Here you can see this make project. Okay, this make as a one project, or else you can create an APK by using build bundles or APK, right? So in that you can see it build APKs. Okay, so once you click, you can create that APK file, right? So once you created that APK file, you can run that, right? So that you can run by using this run application, or else I having some errors, I can change it in debug file. Okay, or else I want to run as, then you can please click here. Okay, play button, you can see it here, right? So this symbol notifies the play button, right? And I don't know where it is, so I want to access from this particular type. I can do it by using the icon, right? So here you can see this app. People please switch off your mic so that other can hear clearly. Whether I am audible now, Manoj Kumar?
Sure.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
You are audible.
Am I audible or not? Yes. So please switch off other people's. Please switch off your mic so that others can hear. Okay. Now you can see this application. If you have connected the mobile phone with your laptop or PC, right? So then you can see it here. You can select the device here. Once you connected with your laptop, it will show you the devices. What are the devices you have, that will be shown here. Then you can click that device and you can run your application in that phone. Okay, or else I want to run in my virtual manner. That means I want to use it as an emulator part. Then how can I do? By using this Avd Manager. Okay, so what is this Avd expansion means? It's Android virtual device. Okay, so once you click this Avd Manager, it will show you the device part. Okay, so normally I don't have any virtual devices till now I have created. So what it shows you here, create virtual device. Okay, so I can create a virtual device like my phone or my Wear OS. That means uh, phone in my watch I want to uh, use that application. I can use this Wear OS, or else I want to use it in Android TV or automation, right? Normally in your BMW cars or any branded cars, you can see that most of the things will connected to with your electronic parts, right? So that's all have some own applications, right? That you can create it here. Okay, or else I want to create it in tablet view, that you can do it here. Okay, so here once I click create virtual device, it will show you, 1 second, it will show you the hardware part. Okay, so here you can have the category in the left part, right? So you have the TV, phone, Wear OS, tablet and automotive, right? So once you click these parts, you can see the what are the devices you can have, right? So normally if you click the phone, you can have this Pixel XA, Pixel XL, Pixel 4a, like that, right? So it in that next part you can show it will show you the dimension of the particular phone or particular device, right? So how much length, size, ratio, density and all, right? So what it will do, it will clone that own device what you have selected into your Android Studio. Okay, so whatever you run, you can see it in this part, and you can able to change your project. Okay, after finishing that, you can create that as a APK file. Okay, so here you can select this. I am selecting this as a pixel Excel. Okay, once I click and click the next part, I can see the system image, right? Whatever image I want to create it for that particular Android, which OS I am using in that particular phone, right? So normally I'm going to create the as Oreo, right? So let I take this Oreo. Okay, I need to download it to so it will take some more time, right? So whatever the things you are going to do it, that will start the loading with your network. Okay, it will take some more time. Here you can see this 767.8 MB, which means half of the MB will be used by in your phone. Okay, so let me see that recommended one. Okay, lollipop. Okay, I have selected this lollipop, and you can give the next one. Okay, here you can see this verifying the configuration that your virtual device name as Pixel XL API 22, right? So I want to change this device, instead of Pixel XL I want to change, I can change it here in the change button, right? Likewise, I want to change the virtual device system Android versions, I can change it here, right? So how it should start up with the orientation, whether it is in portrait mode or in landscape mode, right? So where it is applying that I want to play a game, then you can choose that as landscape instead of or else I'm going to use it like a Swiggy app, then I can use the portrait mode is useful for me, right? So once you select all these things and you click finish, it will create a virtual device in your system. Sorry, it will take some more time. Please, if you are going to install that in your PC or a laptop, make sure that you have much needed RAM, right? So 8 GB is recommended for the installation process Android Studio in your system. Okay, why it is not recommended for 4 GB and 6 GB on, it will take more time to install, and the system has to stop other processes. Okay, so that only it will allocate the memory part for this uh, part alone. Okay, for this software alone. Okay, so once it has downloaded, you can see this virtual device here, right? So what are the thing you want? I want to launch this AVD. I can click here, that play button. Okay, so I'm not having this RAM, so the emulator not is fixed. Okay, so like that, after you created, it will open that emulator, and once you open that emulator, you can click this run application here. Okay. So these are the things you can see it in the Android Studio. Any doubts on this, or else we can move to the uh, next one, MIT App Inverter, that you can see an application like text to speech. Okay. Any doubts on this? And of course, I don't want to bore you on all. Am I boring? And since it is Saturday, most of you people have some idea, or else most of them have some plan for your spending this weekend, right? Okay, right. Thank you. It's very interesting. Thanks for your command. Okay. So let me see the next thing. MIT App Inverter. Okay. So in that, I'm going to use how to convert the what are the typing in my text box that has to speech, right? That has to be speak. That I can show it here. Okay. I close this Android Studio so that only it will open quickly. Okay. So here I create a new project. That TTS. Okay. Text to speech. Since I have already a new one, already I'm having that, so I'm creating here this project. Right. So you all know past 3 days you have using this MIT App Inventor, so I no need to again say it all these things. Okay. So here first in that palette box you can see this user interface, right? So here I'm going to use the three interface parts. Okay, one is button. Okay, and another one is text box, and the next one is I want to speak, right? So here I need to hear that sound, right? So for this, here in that media I am having the text to speech part. Okay, so in that I'm going to select it here and I'm going to drag it here. Okay, so in that what are the components I'm using here that I'm showed in the screen one, right? So in that screen one I'm having button one and text box one and text to speech one. Okay, so here I'm going to place this text to button here. Okay, so whatever the thing I'm going to type it here, that has to here, hi there, that has to be shown here. Okay, so in the text you can type it here, or else you can have this. Okay, so in the text box, text to first button one, I'm going to name this button one as speech. So here you can see this speech, right? Sorry, I have some network issues. Okay. So now I enter into the coding block part. Okay. So here I can see this block part. In that I'm going to select this button. Okay. So when I'm going to click this button, it has to act, right? So I'm selecting this. When button one dot click, I'm going to do with this text to speech part. Okay, I'm going to call the text to speech dot speak. Okay, so what it has to speak, it has to speak the message, right? So that message where it is, it lies in the text box, right? So here I'm going to click this text box and I'm going to have that whatever the text it is typed there, it is to speak. Okay, so here I'm having this text box one dot text. Okay, so when I'm going to click the button one, I'm going to call the text to speech bar palette, and that it has to speak the message whatever I have typed in the text box one. Okay, anything else you need? No need. Okay, so let me take can anyone say how to build this apk file? Can anyone tell me, or else I need to connect with the emulator and they can run this. So you can have the any paths, right? So I'm going to build the apk file. Since it's time up, I have already done this. Okay, so here I have uploaded that apk file in online emulator. Okay, so it shows you where you have downloaded, right? So I save it here. Without voice recording, it will speak, right? So here what I'm going to type it there, it is going to speak it there. Okay, so that's why we have this palette one. Okay, so nice question. Okay, here you all have to see this. Okay, so here I need to record only if I need it. Okay, I just want to deliver whatever the text you have typed, right? So you can take this as an Google Assistant tab, right? So in Alexa or Siri, whatever you have said, it will type it as a whatever you are going to speak, that will recognize and it will type it in your text box. Okay, here it's a reversible one. Here whatever I'm going to type, it will speak and it will won't store it in any content part. Okay, so that's why I'm not using any sound recorder or speech recognition here. Okay, so here I'm going to use this component as text to speech. Okay, and that's a nice question, and anything you want I can ask it. So here I have downloaded and I have uploaded this in an online emulator. Okay, so after this I'm going to run this apk file. That these things are already you have known, so that only I am not taken that part again to waste that particular session time, right? So it will take time to start the emulator process. Most of the ads will come here. Right. One second, I have some problem in this. The link will be sent it to your in your group. Okay. The feedback link will be posted in your group, and that will take in the next class how to create icons for the application. Okay, that will take in next classes. You can see that. And here, programming. Some problem in connection. Okay. Having some problem in my net. Okay, you can see that, and you can, I am giving that coding part and all. Okay, you can see it, and you can check it to your net, and we will wind up this class. And any doubts or any things you need, you can ask us in WhatsApp group, as well as you can have my number, right? That will be displayed in your group itself. Okay, and in your Google Classroom, we will post you the recording part of this today's session, as well as um, PPT, okay, as well as your quiz at 12 o'clock. Okay, so we will place that at 12 o'clock, and you can attend the quiz after the 12 o'clock, and your feedback as well as attendance link will be um, place it in your group itself. Okay, right. Thank you. Any questions or any things you want to ask, you can ask it now, or else we will wind up. Yes, Darshan. And again saying that attendance link or feedback link is posted in your WhatsApp group. Okay, you can see that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you all. Thanks everyone.
Sir, attendance link, sir.
Yeah, that I will post it in your WhatsApp group itself.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.